The Boys and Girls Clubs of Sheboygan County is led by an awesome board and leadership team. Our common goal has always been to do whatever it takes, and this year, whatever it takes looked much different than ever before. We delivered grocery store gift cards, connected families to community resources, became online tutors, made food deliveries, created at-home activity kits, and really emphasized our work to combat learning loss and provide emotional support for children. We were able to survey our families, kind of figure out what their needs were, and if it was something that we could support them in firsthand, supplying them with those things, or if it was connecting them with a resource in the community that could do that for them.
From a board perspective, what the staff did was amazing. So the Boys and Girls Club is a club, right? And we have a clubhouse. We get together, and that interaction with staff and the kids is so important, and that face-to-face interaction. And when we don't have school in session, when clubhouses are closed, how do we continue to provide services and support to families? When the need didn't go away, the need actually got greater. The creativity, the problem solving, just the willingness to roll up the sleeves and come up with creative solutions was amazing.
We were able to do a variety of things. We recorded social emotional learning lessons. We recorded math lessons, literacy lessons, read-alongs, all different things. Created activities that we put up on a Facebook page to get some interaction when we first closed. And then did a variety of things like family nights. We did game nights via Zoom for families and just different things like that. Kids were able to win pizza parties. So we delivered pizza to their homes to kind of get them on the calls and get them participating.
We've been able to service some families at a much deeper level than maybe we would have in the past. So while we really want to service as many kids as we'd like to, we've really found ways to be more influential and provide more positive outcomes for the kids we serve. It's challenging for some kids to learn remotely, and I really think that we've enabled a better way to learn and grow and develop. And I think some of those learnings will develop into future outcomes for how we think about providing those kinds of services to more kids.
Single mom, she has 2 kids, and they're young enough that she is needed to be at home to supervise them. It kind of creates a lot of challenges for her to be able to support her family and also educate her children or be there to supervise them in the meantime, and also sleep. So there's not enough hours in the day to be able to do all of those things. So she did reach out to me quite a few times because affording full price daycare also was not an option for their family as well. So we did make the decision to shift to an all-day model to be able to support virtual learning and then also offer enrichment activities as like an after-school program to follow up with the full-day virtual. I did make a phone call to this parent, and she was extremely grateful. She started crying on the phone. She was so excited that she was going to be able to go back to work, that she was going to be able to provide for her family. And all of those things. She always sings our praises, how appreciative she is of our program, how her kids come home and they are just so happy to tell her all about what they did for the day. She said commonly she picks them up from school and they'd be like, oh, it was good. Like, I had a good day. And she's like, I actually got to hear things about their life. And that was actually one of the families we were able to help out over Christmas and make their mortgage payment. So she was able to have some extra money to purchase her children Christmas gifts this year. So that was super awesome to be able to support them in a couple different ways.
So we opened this new service in a temporary location, outfitted to provide kids a safe, supportive place to go for schoolwork, including internet access, meals, tutoring, enrichment activities, all of this for 10 hours a day. And it was an incredibly important resource for a lot of kids and families. Typically during the school year, we offer programs before and after school. So switching to this full day model on short notice was a big change. And I'm so proud of our team for the creativity and determination that they applied to make this happen.
Feedback from families of what a peace of mind it was from them that their children were supervised and that they had food in their bellies for breakfast, lunch, a snack each day, little things that I think we kind of take for granted, how appreciative they were and a peace of mind for them to know that their children were supported in a safe environment.
moving forward, that's something that we feel empowered to continue doing is to be increasingly agile and responsive for the community.
Just like everywhere you look, there was a new obstacle thrown in the way. So that was one of the things that was most rewarding for me about the work we did in 2020. It was keep it coming. We'll come up with a solution to continue to provide services and a way to figure it out, how to pay for it. And it took a team to do it. Well, it was hard. It was very rewarding.
Members in our community stepped up in ways we never expected. We had some companies dedicate support. We had an Easter drop for families that was supported by an organization in our community. We had individuals in our community who didn't know how to help but wanted to help, and so they funneled their funds during the quarantine period to the Boys and Girls Club to figure out how to service the kids, be it through gift cards or other support systems. And the community was there with their hands on their backs to support them in ways they knew how. And that was really something to look back on and be proud of.
Everybody's jumping in to help wherever they can, offer insight. I've got behavior coaches at the school helping out of just their time and general interest and care and compassion for the kids we serve. Guidance counselors, school principals, nonprofits otherwise out in the community. We're getting trainings offered to us by other community partners. And I think people who just know the work we're doing and that we're successful with and want to also have a hand in that. Our common goal has always been and will always be just meeting kids where they're at, doing whatever it takes. And that is something that looks always continuously different because we are at the mercy of so many other people due to all of our community collaborations and things of that nature. In order to kind of plan for the future, we just have to plan out like 15 different options of how this is going to go. And whatever way it goes is the way that it goes. And I think that that's something that seemed really scary in March. And I think it's something we do and we roll with the punches now.
One of the strengths of our organization is our people. This team has only amplified its agility and responsiveness to the needs of our kids and really created just an admirable workplace dedicated to bringing people in to solve problems for the kids. So this team reached into the community, partnered with other organizations, took a lot of initiative. And my hope is that it will enable us to help serve more kids who really need it in our communities.
My favorite thing about the Boys and Girls Club is that I get to see my friends. I like to go to the gym.
You like to
play Man from Mars.
You like to play Man from Mars in the gym? Can you tell me why?
Because I get to run and get exercise, and I love to run because I love to run laps around the whole court, around the whole gym. Stride.
Stride. And why do you like to do stride?
Because there's math.
Because there's math. Do you like to do math?
Yeah. My favorite thing about the club is the staff because they're kind.